Good morning, beautiful ladies. Today I want to get personal and talk to you about why my rock bottom was the best thing that has ever happened to me. So it's a bit of a different live stream because I'm going to get very raw, very vulnerable. I'm going to be showing you inside my life. So let me know if you're currently going through your rock bottom. Maybe you've got some struggles in your life. Let me know if you've ever experienced hitting your rock bottom, because I want to help you or guide you into why you should be grateful for your rock bottom, for your challenges and everything that's coming your way. Okay, because so many people I see, they freak out when they're hitting rock bottom, they freak out when there's struggles, and they don't know how to navigate that. They don't know how to cope with that because they want the end result. They want to get to where they just want to be, and they don't want the journey. They don't want the lessons that's in the way. But the lessons or the obstacles that come to you, no matter where you're at in life, is exactly what's going to guide you to get to where you want to be. Okay, so you stop looking at the end destination, because it's not the destination you're after, it's the journey. And there's going to be lessons in your life, there's going to be obstacles that happen, and you should be grateful for those obstacles and reframe how you're looking at those challenges, because that's exactly how you're going to get to where you want to be. Okay, so sharing a bit about me, okay, and how I got onto this journey, why my rock bottom was the best thing that ever happened to me, and why it should be the best thing that's happening to you, okay, is so a few years ago, before I'm who I am today, before I even knew what personal development was, like, yes, I had never heard of personal development, I never even considered myself spiritual, nothing like that, never heard the word mindset, nothing. This is before my daughter was born, so that's what, 4 years ago. I thought I was living the perfect life. Well, not the perfect life, but I had a great paying job. I was working in government. I loved my job. I had just bought a home with my partner at the time. I was with him for 11 years. I didn't really have much stress because I didn't really have any bills, you know, like I was 27, I think, at the time. Good paying job, just bought a home. This is and then obviously then I was pregnant, and all those things. So things changed. But at the time I was working in government. I was working in juvenile justice. So I don't know if you have that in the States or wherever you are, but in America I was pretty much helping teenagers or juveniles to rehabilitate out of the life of crime, to rehabilitate them so they don't break the law again. That was pretty much my job, which I absolutely loved. But when I moved away from my family, I was working in a not very nice area, and the kids that were coming to me were more and more troubled, and it was starting to affect me because I was away from family. I didn't have I wasn't getting the support that I needed at the time from my then boyfriend. And and then I had my daughter, and that's when things changed, because I was struggling as a new mum with no support. But then I was also starting to work with a lot of suicidal kids, so helping them obviously stop attempting to take their lives. Like, I'm not laughing at it, I'm laughing at remembering how raw. Like, I remember going to my boss's office just crying. Like, I just literally had to talk this kid off the edge, and it was troubling for me, and it was really affecting my mental health. I was then working with sexual offenders, which of course I was bumping into them because I was in a small town when I had my newborn baby, and it was really getting to me, and that played on my depression. So then I started getting postnatal depression. I was then having anxiety fits. Like, I thought I was having like a heart attack. I had to call my mum, who used to be a nurse, telling her these symptoms. Like, I can't breathe, my chest is pounding, feels like my heart's about to come out of my chest, I can't calm down, like I can't stop shaking. I could not calm my body down, and that was the first time I had ever experienced anxiety. And that's when she had to tell me, you know, anxiety and what I should do, etc., etc. But when all this was going down, I had this sense, and I can't understand it at the time, but all I knew is before I'd returned to work, when my daughter was a few weeks old, I remember Googling stay-at-home jobs, work-from-home mums. And I don't know why, because I've been brought up in a family that believes you've got to work hard to make money. Like, my parents work a lot, they've always worked a lot, and that's how they've paid their bills, that's how they've been able to afford their holidays. Okay, and same with my sister and my brother. So I grew up believing that you need to work in order to make money. But here I am, Googling behind everyone's back, how can I work from home? And I just remember it was a 5-minute Google because I shut the laptop saying, nah, it's too good to be true, because I found something. And I was like, nah, it's a scam. Nah, can't be good. And I just put it out of my head, like, nah, that can't be for me. That's not what happened, because I've never experienced that. So then I just shut it off. I shut off my desire to want to work from home. I put my daughter in daycare when she was 5 months old and returned to work. And that's when my life just kind of came crashing down. I was in the most unhealthy relationship that was really affecting me as well. I was struggling as a new mum because I've obviously never been a mum before. I had no support, no help, wasn't sleeping, but then I had to return to work and have those challenges as well. So that was kind of like when my rock bottom came, okay? And that's just when one day behind and this is probably what contributed to the ending of my relationship with my partner at the time, is one day I just kind of lost it. I couldn't handle it anymore. In one day I broke up with my boyfriend. At the time I quit my job I had for like over 5 years, was earning good money, quit it all, moved out of my home, not even thinking about, okay, I've got to pay mortgage, moved back home 4 hours. I had to drive 4 hours home with my newborn baby to my parents' house, and I was like, I'm not working anymore. Signed up for welfare, started receiving welfare, and that was probably my rock bottom, because I was all of a sudden was earning good money, had a mortgage, had my life, shit together kind of thing, but I just wasn't happy. And because of that depression, that anxiety, for no reason, okay, I wasn't in mindset, I wasn't in personal development, I wasn't spiritual, I was not into intuition. Like, let me tell you, I was a different person. Like, I was a very facts-based person looking at the future. So I did not follow my intuition. I did not follow my gut ever. But for some reason, I just quit everything and left. So everyone else is thinking I had lost my mind, I've gone mental, this is how sad and depressed I am, etc, etc. And yes, I was crying myself to sleep most nights. I was really bad. But if I had never lost it, if I had never hit that rock bottom, I would not have ever found personal development. I would never have found the mentors that I had invested in at the time. Like, obviously I started in network marketing, so I wouldn't have found that. I wouldn't have found my spiritual journey if I had never hit rock bottom. Okay, if I had never hit that moment, I would not ever have learned how to do meditation to calm myself down. I would never know how to change my thoughts. I would never know how to stop being the victim. Okay, because I was very in the victim mode. Like, why is this happening to me? Why can't I be happy? Why can't I have this? Why can't I get treated the way I deserve? I was very victim based, okay? So if I didn't hit that rock bottom, I wouldn't have dived into the personal development arena. Okay? I wouldn't have started asking myself, what is this teaching me? Why, what can I learn from this? And that was the most powerful thing, because then I realized, okay, obviously it took me a year in the spiritual personal development journey to realize it was the universe giving me what I wanted, okay? Because over a year earlier, maybe a bit more a year earlier, I was Googling, how can I work from home? I want to be present with my daughter. And then here I am, all these things are happening. Yes, obviously, I was crying, I was upset, I wouldn't wish it on anyone. But it was the universe giving me it was guiding me to figuring out how I could have a business from home, okay? Because while I was getting paid good, while I was in that job, I wasn't looking at replacing my income. I wasn't looking at how can I work from home, because I already had a job. I was already making the money I needed. But taking all that away from me, hitting my rock bottom, forced me or allowed me to open up to new possibilities. It allowed me to open up to opportunities that was not there for me before. So it was the universe guiding me to what my heart desired, even though I wasn't aware of it. Even though consciously I was not aware that this is what's happening. So everything that's happening to you, ask yourself, what am I learning? What am I being guided to here? What's this obstacle teaching me? And my rock bottom was teaching me that there was better things out there. My heart, my desire was placed in my heart for a reason, okay? I was guided to having this coaching business, okay? If I wasn't hitting my rock bottom, I would never have been guided to showing up for you every single day. I wouldn't have changed the lives I've changed already through my free stuff and everyone that's been on the call with me, okay? Everyone that I've spoken to would be still struggling if I never hit my rock bottom. I would still be having anxiety attacks. I would still be on antidepressant tablets if I never hit rock bottom, if I was never forced or guided to, okay, as I would look at it, to this personal development journey, okay, and then learning how to follow my heart. What am I passionate about? Knowing that I can get to have whatever I want, okay. If I didn't hit that rock bottom, I wouldn't have met my current partner, who's the most supportive, loving person I've ever met. I wouldn't be present with my daughter now. I wouldn't be the happiest person I've ever been if I didn't get taught that lesson, because that lesson taught me that every desire that is placed in our heart, it was placed there for a reason. That lesson taught me that there was better things out there for me, that there's opportunities out there, that you can make money in more than one way. You don't need to have a job to make money. You don't need to be stuck in a job being miserable just so you've got that income. That rock bottom allowed me to believe in myself, to learn how to control my mind. It taught me how worthy I am, okay. So I want you to ask yourself, okay, every single challenge that comes your way, obstacle, whatever you want to call it, what is it teaching you? What can you learn from it? Because everything that comes your way, there's a lesson in it, and those lessons is exactly what's going to get you to where you want to be. Without those lessons in those obstacles, challenges, your rock bottom, whatever you want to call it, you can never get to where you want to be. So if you want to change your life, if you want to transform your life, if you want that lasting change, then you need to stop being the victim. You need to stop saying, why is this happening to me? And ask yourself, okay, what are the lessons here? What can I learn from this challenge, this obstacle? Because reframing that and looking at your obstacle differently is exactly how you're going to get to where you want to be, how you're going to get to the destination and turn your dreams into a reality, okay? So let me know if this was helpful. Let me know what you took from this video so I can come back and connect with you all. I can't wait to come back and say hello to you all. And that was a bit of my story. I've actually never really shared that before, so you are my first. Okay, so it's all about the mindset, up-leveling your mindset, okay? If you need help with that, you know where to find me. Send me a message, okay, and let's chat about it, okay? And I will talk to you soon, my friend.